Hello YouTube and YouTube subscribers. What you're seeing here is actually an aquarium that belongs to my friend, and I'm going to be taking care of it probably for 1 or 2 weeks. In this tank there's a bunch of fathead minnows. There's also a fine-scaled dace, and you probably won't see the fine-scaled dace in this video because I don't know where it is. Oh, there it is. Oh wait, nope, that's not him, that's just a fathead. I think the fine-scaled dace is hiding inside this pipe. This is my buddy's tank. And basically the way he set this tank up was it's using a high output LED light. It's using a power filter, and it has an air bubbler too for the extra oxygenation of the water. There, that's said properly that time. For the fatheads, since they're kind of a bit of a cooler water fish, and they tend to require a bit more oxygen. They're actually from this area. They're found actually throughout North America, and I think I might have been wrong saying that they're cooler water fish because I assume in their more southern range, especially in the southern parts of America, southern parts of the U.S., they probably encounter warmer water a lot more frequently. Like up here, sometimes during the summertime, some of our lakes will get to about 30 degrees in shallower areas of the lakes, and you'll see fathead minnows in those sections of lakes doing quite fine. And what's really impressive about my buddy's tank is these crypts that he grew. Because of the high output lighting, just look how big and how luscious these crypts are. I'm not sure what species this is because he doesn't even remember either. To me, it doesn't look like a crypt wendetti. If any of you guys know what species it might be in the comments, please post about it, because it's always good to spread useful information. So I'm probably going to be discussing these guys a bit more in the future. But I also got another tank to show you. This is my friend's other tank they left. This is a 5-gallon. This tank used to have a beta in it, but what happened was there was a accident with the heater. The thermostat and the heater malfunctioned. They basically cooked the fish in the tank when he was away. But the plant survived. And what he has in here is a bunch of dwarf hairgrass, which I absolutely hate dwarf hairgrass. I can't grow it to save my life. But he managed to grow it. I think he's using... This might be a nutrient-enriched substrate. I'm not sure what he's using in here, actually. Is this Fuval? Good question, I'm not sure. He's using this high-output light here. What this actually is an LED spotlight that I got off eBay or Amazon. It's basically it's a spotlight, and he's just using it as an aquarium light. It generates a lot of light, and it's very energy efficient. It consumes way less light and way less energy than, say, this, while generating the higher output. This tank does have a bit of an algae problem. I'm probably not going to really bother touching this tank because if I touch it, I'll probably just kill all the hairgrass. As for this tank here, I don't even have to feed these guys because he set up an automatic feeder. So there should be enough food in there to last probably for a few more weeks anyway. I do want to probably do a species profile on these guys. Cover some North American native fish, and this would be one to do it. I actually kept a pet fathead a long time ago, back when I was high school. I kept 2 of them in a tank when I was, I think, in grade 10 for a bit. And they lived for about 6 months or so, but those were taken from the wild. And don't take fish from the wild. Don't be like me when I was younger. Don't do that. If you want to get some fatheads, you're probably better off just buying them from a bait shop, which I think this is where these guys came from, which was a bait shop. You know, I don't approve of live bait, but you could potentially go get yourself some pretty good pets by shopping at bait shop. There's another fish actually in Manitoba that's really interesting and really nice looking. That is I believe it's called a orange-spotted sunfish. Those are not native to Manitoba. They were actually brought here, but they are really nice looking fish. So I will be talking more about these fathead minnows in the future. Thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe.